All right, welcome back. This is still Unit 1/2, Day 1. Example 2, we're going to talk about something called composition of functions. This little dot does not mean times. It's an open circle. That actually means we're going to evaluate the g function by plugging it inside of the f function. So I say functionception. If you remember seeing the movie Inception, we talk about dreams inside of dreams. So that's what that means. So anyway, if I want to evaluate f of g of 6, I got two functions. F of x is x minus 3, and g of x is x to the third power, x cubed. Then what I'm going to do first is I'm going to write it like this. I'm going to say f parentheses g parentheses 6. What that allows me to do is say g of 6, because I can plug in 6 into the g function right next to it. So I'm going to go into the g function. That's going to be 6 to the third power, or x cubed. So this one, you can store it if you want. We just did stuff, if you want to do 6 store x, and then you can say x cubed. That's fine, but it's only one number to plug in, so gosh, don't be so lazy. 6 cubed, 216. Next, we take that number, our newfound number, replace it, and plug it into the other function, the f function. So f, we don't put 6 into f, we put what you get from here into f. So f of 216 is going to be 216 because we're going to replace it with this x minus 3. That's 213. And you're done. That's your answer. Done. Plug it into the first one. Next to it, get that number. Plug that into the outside function. Once you get that number, the problem's over. Unless there's a third letter there. If we have 3 functions, you do have one on your notes, like on your homework like that. But generally speaking, we just do 2 functions. So to recap, we plug in the 6 for the x for the g function because that's the one closest to it. So 6 cubed. And we take that number and we subtract 3 because that's the f function. So 216 minus 3, 213. That's how we do those. For this one, it looks similar, but it's the other way around. And no, it doesn't work the same way backwards. This time we have to do f of 6 first. So we're going to say f of 6, that's going to be 6 minus 3. That's going to be 3. We don't need a calculator for that. Then we're going to take that 3 and we're going to plug it into g. So all of that became 3. So g of 3 is 3 to the third power. And you can do that in your head or your calculator. It's up to you. 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 times 3. Plug that in. 3 to the third power is 27. You're done. On the back side of this sheet, there's one that I want you to try on your own related to these. So pause the video, try it on your own, and then come back and check your answers. All right. Again, pause the video if you haven't done so. Try both A and B using the same technique we did on the bottom of the last page, and then check your answers. Okay, so here's my solution for A. Because it's h of g of 9, I want to do the inside function first, g of 9. So the g function is the square root of x. So I'm going to plug in 9 for the x value. Square root of 9 is 3. Then I'm going to take that 3, plug it into the other function, the h function. 11 times 3 is 33, plus 1 is 34. Problem's done. Okay, the next function is g of h of 9. Again, it's backwards. So we're going to do the h function first because that's inside. We're going to plug in 9 for this x. So you're going to get 99. 11 times 9 is 99, plus 1's 100. We're going to take that 100, then plug it into the outside function, which is g, which is the square root of 100. Just a reminder, you know where the square root button is, second x squared, and the square root of 100 is 10. So we got our answers 34 and 10. And thanks for watching example 2. Next example will be example 3.